What's going on YouTube? I'm Eli. Welcome back to another video. If you guys did not know, back in May, I sold my 2019 Audi SQ5, and for the summer, we've been operating with my 2013 S4 swapped all-road and my 2000 Audi S4, not swapped, but it's stage 3, as our two family cars. And while I've been on the hunt for something to replace the SQ5, it's taken me the entire summer, and as an Audi guy, it pains me to do this, but I've been leaning towards a BMW. Now, I looked at the F90 M5, I looked at the F97 X3M. There's a bunch of cool options from BMW, and I really think that after 2020, or even after 2018, that BMW has been doing it better. So, against my better judgment, I decided to go to the dark side. I was actually pretty much ready to buy this guy. This is a 2021 X3M white over white. And if you guys didn't follow my Instagram story, that dealership gave me a very hard time trying to buy their car. They said I had to finance it and I had to buy in warranty. I had no interest in doing that. So my friends at Land Rover West Broward, which if you didn't know, I'm in Boston. West Broward is near Miami. I know the owner, Larry, through Dr. M3, through going to Florida, through Lamborghini Broward, all that stuff. Long story short, they hooked it up. We bought a car. It's on its way here right now. Let's go get it.
It's here. Quiet. So this is usually the point in the video where I get all the glamour shots and I showcase the car, but instead of doing that, the car is up on jacks because, well, Corey, what do we got?
We got a BMW X3. Congrats, Eli, on the new ride.
Yeah, with drag slicks on the back of it?
Drag slicks on the back, but we're going to swap those out right now. We're running the Falken.
The FK460.
FK460.
And all right, I'll explain in a second, but we're going to 265, 295. Right now we're on 255, 265. I guess this is a common X3M thing. This is technically my first mod to the car. I haven't even driven it, and I already got mods on.
I bought this from the Warren Henry Auto Group. My good friend Larry over there owns the business, put me in touch with the general manager at Land Rover West Broward, where I bought the car from. He said that the car needed rear tires. We negotiated based on the fact that it needed tires, so it showed I knew it needed tires. Very fair situation for the car to show up. I'm not mad about it at all, and I don't want anything negative headed towards the dealership. But I am excited because this means that we're literally doing a mod before we even get into the first video about talking about this car. So this is a 2020 X3M. It's obviously Donnington Gray. You'll see the interior in a second. I'm excited about that. But let's get the 265s and the 295s on and actually go for a drive.
Oh, we got
a good gas here.
Yeah.
Look at, it's showing some.
Either it was overinflated or someone said goodbye. I feel like it was overinflated or something, because if they had said goodbye to the tires,
yeah,
I think all of that would have gone.
Yeah.
That's really weird that it's just the center strut. I mean, like, there's to the wear bar. Like, it's not even to the wear bar there in the middle.
Exactly.
I should probably get an alignment, huh?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
That's the before. And here's the after. A little bit more meat up front, but the back is...
Oh, yeah.
That's where it's at. About it. This, I feel like Doug DeMuro, is a 2020 BMW X3M with 75,000 miles on it, with the driver assistance pack, the executive package, and the most important option of all, the Tartufo brown interior. The exterior is Donnington Gray. Honestly, I wish it was white, but I'll take the gray, and it's been growing on me, along with everybody else that I've talked to. It turns kind of like a champagne color in the evening. It's not just like straight up gray. The other important thing about this car that I should mention with the Tartufo interior is this car has the X3M competition seats, but the car isn't a competition. It does have the heated and cooled seats. I just turned my cooled seat on, and man, This is a great spec car. Now, a lot of them actually came specs similar to this. Obviously, different color interiors and exteriors, but a lot of them have the driver's assistance package and the executive package. If you don't know an X3M competition, which BMW weenies make sure you know they have an X3M competition by saying X3MC when they're talking about their car online instead of just X3M, because you know they got to make sure that you know that they're better than you. It was an option. I can't say it was a particularly important option for me, and that this car doesn't have the competition package does not bother me one little bit. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Everybody says that the X3M rides horribly because they read it online in car magazines. A lot of the people, including the people that commented on my Instagram post of this car, said, oh, welcome to the worst riding SUV ever. I can tell you that this rides on par, if not a little bit better than my SQ5 did. The trick is you just got to keep it in comfort mode. This thing gets bouncy once you put the suspension in Sport or Sport Plus, but in comfort, I'm really not unhappy with it. Now, if you're just tuning into this video, this is the second BMW I ever bought. The first one was a 2004 E46 M3, but I'm a VW Audi guy through and through. So learning this car has been a challenge for me. For example, kind of a silly thing, but the auto stop start button is hidden behind the steering wheel. You can't see how to turn off the auto stop start unless you look all the way over here. So I, for the first, little bit that I was driving the car, couldn't figure out how to get it not to shut off. And it doesn't even shut off when you come to a stop. It shuts off while you're still rolling a little bit. So that drove me nuts, but I got that figured out now. And unlike Audi, when you hit the auto stop start button once, it's just off until you turn it on again, which is really nice. This car also has the heads-up display. I personally hate heads-up displays, so I shut it off. But you can get, the M displays and all that fancy stuff. How did I end up in an X3M, you might be asking? Well, if you look after 2020, you know what? I'm going to even say if you look after 2018. I think that this car in the SUV market, crossover market, whatever market it's in, I think this one does everything the best. I think the Audi interior may be, I used to say the Audi interior was better, but after having spent some time in here and touching things and feeling things, I don't know if Audi has a better interior than this. But the Audi interior is on par. I think the Audi is a little bit more aggressive looking. I think Mercedes sounds a little bit better, but as far as like the driving experience, the speed, the interior, the exterior, the whole package, I don't know if it gets much better than the X3M. I mean, there's really not much that competes with it. The American cars, forget about it. Japan has nothing that even is remotely close to this thing. I don't know. Like, would I rather a Durango Hellcat? Maybe, but is that a completely different car from this? Yes. And would it do the interior and the comfort and that kind of things better? No, the answer is no. If you guys are B9 people and you're watching this, if you remember Brock DM, he had a B9 S4. He now has an X3M. His is a competition, X3MC. Got to make sure they know. Brock's not one of those guys, but X3MC, just to make sure you guys know. Brock went 9.7 the other day on stock turbos in one of these. So by no means is this a slouch, especially once you get a tune in it. There's lots of tuning options, and I'm going to try to restrain myself. Maybe I may already have a Valvetronic exhaust on the way, but I'm going to try to restrain myself and not go too crazy right off the bat. Did step up to the 265, 295 setup. Honestly, I can't comment on how it felt with the 255, 265, but I think it looks way less silly from a tire perspective than having those stretched, kind of rolled over look of the 255, 265. Glad I did some research, and I'm glad people let me know that was an option, because that, I would have been bummed if I found out about that after I bought tires for it instead of before. A couple other interesting things to note about the X3M. The wheels, center bore, bolt pattern, and lug size is the same as Audi now. They're 5x112, 66.6, and it uses an M14 bolt. Unfortunately, these are M14 by 1.25, and the Audi ones are M14 by 1.5. That's the thread pitch. Otherwise, I could just bolt my Audi wheels up to this with spacers and everything. All my spacers that I have from the Audi days work perfectly fine with this, but I need to get new bolts or whatever. So I'm thinking about maybe doing studs. I want to hear your opinion on wheel studs. I've always had wheel bolts, and I've always just used the hanger to put them on. I really don't take wheels on and off enough to need the bolts. The idea of not having to buy new bolts every time I put wheels on the car, or run a different spacer or something like that, is appealing. So let me know your thoughts on studs versus lugs. As far as content you can expect with this car, I say it now, and again, you know, I'll probably go back on my word 6 months from now, but this is going to be our family car. This technically replaces the B9 SQ5 that I had that I sold in May. We do still have the all-road. What? Oh, I was supposed to go up one more exit. Oopsies. But this is the family car. I have a 5-year-old, if you didn't know that. So this will be our, like, road trip car. The all-road served that purpose for the summer, and it was great, but it's nice to be in something that's stock for now. Rides nice, is big, has room. I don't think the trunk is any bigger than the all-road. In fact, it might even be smaller, but I have the very rare spare tire option that not a lot of people have, apparently, on these cars. Overall, is it weird to be back in a BMW and learn this whole kind of drive setup thing? Yes, definitely. Am I enjoying it? I'd be lying if I said no. I think this is a great car. I think it's a little bit numb, but it's a family car. It's kind of to be expected. I didn't buy an M3. I bought an X3. It's an SUV. So it's designed more for the like commuter / family people as opposed to pure on race car. Am I unhappy with it? Absolutely not. Do I care that people are upset that I left Audi? No, because I didn't technically leave Audi. I still have 2 Audis. So those that are excited about the S58 know what you can do with it. Welcome aboard. Those that are upset that I didn't buy another Audi, you probably haven't watched this far into the video, but if you have, thanks for tuning in. There'll be more Audi content coming. Do not worry. So let me know. What do you guys want to see on the X3? Probably wheels and suspension pretty soon, because I think these stock wheels with the painted gray faces are pretty ugly. I will probably put the spacers on it ASAP. I'd have to order some bolts, like I said. But I'll probably put spacers on it ASAP to really flush it out. It doesn't need to be lowered that much more, but if I'm going to lower it, I'm going to do full-on coilovers and not just do springs. But I don't know what that means as far as like coding for the adaptive suspension. I'm sure someone makes a module or something, because that's what the BMW guys do. But I've not researched that far into it. I don't know the answer to it. So this is it. I'm a BMW owner again. Thank you guys for watching. If you're a BMW owner, sorry if I offended you. Go out there and spread some positivity. And I will catch you guys in the next video. I think that if you're complaining about the ride quality, you either A, haven't driven one, or B, you're a weenie. Or both. You could be both.